Hey everybody, this is Alice or SamAgent625 welcoming you to another live stream. I hope that we're already started. I will be playing Powerwash Simulator today and making sure everything is alright. Alright. We'll see if this looks alright. There are 3 new locations in the new update. And let's switch it over and let's get started. I don't know if it's in here. No, it's not. Okay. New game capture. Here we go. Powerwash Sim. Close. Alright. Make sure it loads up. That's not good. Huh. I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
There it goes. This is not showing my screen. It took a while. I don't know why.
Ah, Gnome Fountain, mini golf course, and a
Oh,
steam
it.
locomotive.
Wow, my thing is way behind.
Yeah. It's way behind. Let me
There.
refresh it.
Alright, well, we're gonna start with the gnome fountain. And that's the sad part about this special is that you are given a certain list of equipment, and you have to complete it with that.
Are those underneath specials?
Yep. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
okay.
they're listed under specials because they're all like community chosen or whatever, and so they're
Okay.
putting under special because it doesn't necessarily pertain to the main storyline, but there's still gonna be lore in them. At least that's my understanding. Well, that was fast. It's a tutorial level. They're telling me all the controls.
Oh,
Oh, A mode.
why did they finally put that in?
Yep.
Oh, fun.
Wait, how much? 450 is possible. Nice. Is that it? I think that's it. Alright. Now.
I just saw you spray the soccer ball.
Yeah, that was my That was fast. Managed to make the soccer ball vanish in thin air. This is gonna be an awkward one for certain. At least until I can start getting to the lower levels and I don't have to, like, dance around in one spot trying to clean this thing. I gotta say, a gnome fountain is certainly an interesting one. It'd be cool to see this thing
Gnomes
running.
for days.
Yup.
Town I lived in used to have a really cool one. I shouldn't say really cool. It was a very interesting one. And then it got taken down because somehow, some way it was racist. I don't understand how. I never really looked into it,
Huh.
but I was like, alright. So, little fun fact there for you. I don't know where I was going with that story.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt one, I can already tell.
Just because you don't have your Uber Deluxe power washer.
Yeah, it also took so long just to get that clean. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I think we can do this one. Let's see, we're gonna just do...
Depending on what they give you for that mini golf course, that one's gonna be rough too, possibly.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Interesting. Speaking of interesting things, and also things that are a pain in the butt, I'm kind of curious to see if anyone's gonna, like, try to do Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 blindfolded. Because I
You
know
should do it.
of... I don't know if I have the patience for that, but we'll see. Who knows? After trying to do, because there's a difference between 100%ing as quickly as possible without completely breaking the game in your favor, and just trying to beat the game where like the pattern that you use is a consistent one that you could do with your eyes closed. And I would say Whack-A-Wuggy, because so your 3 RNG sections, musical memory, Whack-A-Wuggy, and statues. Statues, there's a pattern there that you could do consistently every time. Because the only thing that's RNG based is when the lights turn on and off. So for like maybe the first time, because it seems to be about the same spot every single time for the first time it turns on and off.
Yeah, everything else is gonna be...
Well, so Whack-A-Wuggy is gonna be a lot of hearing based, so it's gonna challenge how well can you hear where they are coming from and hit them.
Yeah, you're gonna need some really good headset. Like some kind of really good headset with crazy surround sound.
Yeah, either that or if you know this, because I think there's like an out of bounds or inbound skip for that you could do. If you could do that consistently blindfolded, that would be your better option. And honestly, musical memory can't be done blindfolded. Unless you're willing to make mistakes in the first round, and you can consistently rotate your camera for each of the buttons. Because the first 4 will always be random in what order they are.
Yeah. As far as like what colors you need to press, but the layout's always the same, right?
Yeah.
'Cause it gives you the audio cue.
Yeah, you just need to know where it is, so you either have to be willing to figure out which button it is.
Yeah.
Which,
there might be something.
Yeah, I think there's skips. It's probably just better to skip musical memory altogether.
There might be something better too, where it's like, it might be easier to like do it with the controller if possible.
Yeah. Blindfolded runs have to be done with the controller. That's how somebody beat the first chapter blindfolded. They had the rotation of their mouse, or like the camera, tied to the D-pad.
Oh. Okay. If you're doing like an any percent, if that's what you mean by that, as far as the blindfold, you could easily do it, I think.
Yeah,
That's all you would have to do is do the...
Yeah, you would just have to cross that one chasm, essentially just get into the train station, get onto the train, and know where you're pressing buttons at. Because there's, I think, 10 combinations in total. And you just have to know where you were at all times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're just trying to completely any percent it, then yeah, that would be your best bet. If you're trying to at least like go through all the mini games, that isn't really a possibility.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
mean,
so.
you could probably try it. And with
Wouldn't end
enough
well.
practice, you might get it. You might go insane before you get it, but it is a
Yeah,
possibility.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's highly not probable. Because I've seen some people do some crazy stuff in games. Like I think the most impressive one I've ever seen, oh, excuse me, was when a dude went through all the Dark Souls games in order and didn't get hit once. Like if he got hit, he restarted in the first one.
Interesting.
Obviously, he did it over the course of a very long time, but it was like one it's kind of like the same thing where because Dark Souls is such a hard and punishing game if you mess up one time that if if you mess up once, it's you're restarting. And there were so many times where he was in the third game, like halfway through it, and he got hit by something, and you just see like the look of dread go over his face as he quits out and reloads up the first one. But
That had to hurt.
I think for the most part he was pretty okay with it for all the time. There was one time he was pretty far into the third one where um I can't remember if it was just bad RNG or if it was like an actual just like that doesn't make sense on why that happened. Um but that was like the worst one I saw where he actually like he never really raged. Um but he like was like I have to take a break for a while. I'm extremely upset. I'm like, you know what? That's fair.
I feel that.
There's many times in Dark Souls where I just had to stop and come back to it a few days later. I'm just very greedy in those types of games where I don't pay attention to combos the longer a fight goes on, because then they're typically lower health, and I'm just like I can get them down, and then I just get punished super hard real fast, and I'm like, well, that sucked.
Ugh.
And then the more it happens, the more impatient I get until finally, like, I'm just running in and dying, like straight off the bat. So I need to take a breather. Speaking of that, I need to start playing Elden Ring again.
Honestly, aim mode makes it easier to hit certain spots because sometimes if you're trying to hit a spot, your camera rotates first.
What was that? I'm sorry.
The aim mode in Powerwash Simulator. It makes it easier to hit certain spots because your camera no longer really rotates until you hit like the
Oh,
edges.
yeah.